So this is my road to Cocodona series number 4. So give you a little, it's very windy today, so pardon the wind noise. We've got nearly 30 mile an hour winds in Texas. I've never seen it this strong in a long time. It almost looks like a dust storm. You can see it's kind of hazy out. It's because of the high winds. Well, today I did a hike this morning, and I'm on a hike right now. So I think I'm gonna get about 5 or 6 miles today. Not as much as I wanted, but it's better than nothing. I'm gonna keep ramping up this week. I'm gonna do an indoor bike and a ski machine, probably 1,500 meters. I've also been cutting my calories. I'm trying to get down another 10 to 15 pounds by May for the race, and also it'll be better race weight for me, but you know, it's summertime. I just want to get a little more shredded. There it goes. So I think I've cut my calories. I usually fast after dinner and I don't eat until 11 or 12 the next day. I'm trying to push that a little bit longer, at least to 12 o'clock, and then eat a light lunch. Like today, I was at Starbucks, had a cheese tray and a coffee, and I didn't eat anything until I got back home. So I think I really cut my calories, probably 600 to 800 calories today already. So, and I've done this before. So what happens is your stomach, you know, shrinks some, and it gets a little bit easier. But the first week, when you really, week to 2 weeks, when you're cutting calories, it's really uncomfortable. So things are going pretty well. You know, the new tariffs, you know, it's affecting my job. My business is lithium batteries, and of course we make everything in China. So another 10%. I calculated today that our import duty is now 31.3%. It's going to really hurt our business. The good news is all batteries are made in China. There is no batteries made outside of China, so it affects our competition the same. But I think manufacturers will, the end manufacturer, whether it goes in like a forklift or a boat or something, it will reduce the output. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out. I really wish, I don't like this tariff stuff, especially with China, because all my business is with China, importing and stuff like that. So, but it should have some impact on shoes too, running shoes. You know, I've been near I've been in the towns where they manufacture the shoes in China. I was doing other components, but I know the shoe factories. I know people that went to them, and you know, they're going to be moving more production to Vietnam and Cambodia. But the big brands, it's going to be easier for the small brands because they typically just have one site that's making shoes for them. But the big brands, say a Nike or so, they may have one model being made in some countries. And where that's going to get challenging is how they do the costing. So let's say you have a Nike Pegasus and it's made in South China and also made in Vietnam. It could be a 20% difference in cost. So how are they going to average that together? It could be that some running shoe models are immediately go up in a lot in price, and then some that are made in other parts of Asia don't change in price. So we're going to see some impacts in road shoes and trail shoes, and we might see some shoes coming back to the U.S. Some of the high-end ones. You know, New Balance was making shoes here for a while, but you know, it wouldn't be out of the you know, unthinkable to think that, say, a Speedland or high-end trail shoes, high-end road shoes could be manufactured in the U.S. You know, I tested some shoes from Spain. Adam's the name of the company, and Normal also has got a Spanish partner. You know, before shoes were made in China, they were made in Spain. So there's a really long history of shoe business in Spain, because tooling industry is real big in Spain and Portugal, and eventually it went to China. But like Adam, which is owned by Camper, Normal's owned by Camper. But Adam Shoes, they bring the kits of materials to Spain and they finish the shoes out in Spain. Then they ship them to the US. So they're avoiding the tariff. But this was done before all this tariff war started. So some of these shoes that are being made in Spain and other countries are going to have a little bit of an advantage. So we're going to see these shoe brands make some big changes. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of the high-end stuff goes into Europe, low-cost parts of Europe, and maybe even U.S. You know, make shoes in Arkansas or some low-cost place for the high-end shoes, because it's mostly tooling. I mean, they do some hand sewing, but not so much anymore. I thought that was interesting to talk about, because there is a segue into shoes related to my job. But yeah, I've also been doing my mobility exercises, doing those every night. So I'm pretty optimistic. I've been going through the runner's guide for Cocodona, and I actually got an email from them because I was asking them about if I drive my car to Deep Canyon Ranch, how do I get from the finish line to there? Because Deep Canyon Ranch and Black Canyon is where the start is. And they told me, well, it's kind of tricky to try to get back there. So I'm gonna study the manual again. There were some other places you can park, but I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna drive and park near the finish line and take the bus to the start line. I didn't really want to do that because I might get there a little bit early and I have my drop bags and all that, but I think they may have it convenient with the busing where you can carry all that stuff. So I think I'd be foolish to be in the minority by parking at Deep Canyon Ranch. It sounds like not many people do that, but they mentioned it was possible, so in the guide. So that's why I was thinking about that. But after I got the feedback from Erica at Arivaipa, said that maybe that you should park at the finish line. So I mean, it makes sense. But I was kind of wanting to park at the starting line, and if there was an easy way back. But after thinking about it, I think it's going to be the finish line. But I was working on that today. They're really well organized. They have a really nice runner's guide. I guess this is the 4th or 5th year, so they got it really fine-tuned. Of course, Arivaipa is always very organized. That was the case with Javelina 100 too, which I've done twice. But just starting to dig into it. Still a couple months away, but I'll let you know what I decide. But anyways, I'm gonna get back on my hike. Just wanted to say hello, tell you what I'm doing. Enjoy your workout. Hope you have a great Tuesday or Wednesday morning when you view this. Bye for now.